as his agent, Rich Paul, is doing for him now as we speak after opting in for this money. I mean, man, Rich Paul is the witch doctor of spin. Rich Paul can make the world believe anything. Anything.
Paid a lot of money. That's what
Nobody better at media and fan manipulation than Rich and Maverick Carter and, of course, LeBron James. They are the best. Genius at media manipulation. Are you listening, all you billions of blind witnesses out there, you see no evil LeBron apologists? Are you listening to what I am preaching?
Go off, Skip Bayless goes off on LeBron James for being selfish. Check out what he had to say, and then I'll come back with my comments.
As you probably know by now, LeBron exercised his option to opt in for $52.6 million.
He's done with ring chasing.
The max he can make opting in. $52.6 million. Now, he could have opted out and tried free agency, but the only team with the cap room to pay him the free agent max of $54 million would be Brooklyn. And obviously LeBron isn't going to go to rebuilding Brooklyn for only $1.4 million more than the Los Angeles freaking Lakers will pay him next season.
Yeah, so all this ring chasing that LeBron is doing, you might as well end it here. He just wants to collect the money at the end of the day. I think with LeBron, he knows his chances of winning a championship is over. The ring chasing era is over. That's why he's trying to change the narrative as far as winning a championship, that it shouldn't be in high regard, that, championships aren't everything. The only reason he's pushing that narrative is because, again, he knows he's never going to be better than Michael Jordan. He knows he'll never surpass his legacy. So you know what? Let me get as much money as I can before I retire in the next season or two. This was a calculated chess move by LeBron James.
So think about this, please. By the end of next season, LeBron will have made an NBA all-time record $581 million. $581 million by the end of this one-year deal that he's on now. That's $80 million more than Kevin Durant will have made at that point. And why has LeBron made that much money? The all-time record by far? Well, it's because at every step of his 22-year career, LeBron James has insisted on taking the max he can take. And then, of course, right on schedule, he has always complained about how he just doesn't have enough help. I don't have enough help.
Yeah, if you don't have enough help, that means they don't have enough money on the books to get more players. So I know LeBron James wants to get his money. When it comes to athletes getting their money, I'm all for it. But don't complain that you don't have any help when you take a majority of the money. I know he took a few million less in Miami, but let's be real, 1 or 2 million per season. That's cool. That's commendable. But at the end of the day, when you're making hundreds of millions of dollars, you're able to take $1 million or $2 million off the table. So at the end of the day, man, I ain't mad at LeBron for taking the money, but stop trying to change the championship ring culture narrative. Stop trying to do all that on your own media. And then you got people like Draymond Green ready to crash out, Nick Wright, Shannon Sharp, you name them. They have LeBron James back as he tries to change the championship culture narrative. And this is just a move by LeBron James. You know what? I ain't winning no more rings. I'm going to get as much money as possible before I retire.
As his agent, Rich Paul, is doing for him now as we speak after opting in for this money. I mean, man, Rich Paul is the witch doctor of spin. Rich Paul can make the world believe anything. Anything.
Paid a lot of money. That's what
Nobody better at media and fan manipulation than Rich and Maverick Carter and, of course, LeBron James. They are the best. Genius at media manipulation.
And that's what he's doing with the ring culture comments, manipulating the media, manipulating the fans to be like, you know what, championships don't matter. But every other player that's talking about winning championships, I guess that doesn't matter either. So LeBron James, he's all over the place. He knows that he wants to win championships. But at the end of the day, reality's sinking in. He's about to be 41 this year, 23rd season. He knows that his NBA time is ending. It's pretty much right at the door. So you know what? Hey, I'm going to just get all this money and I'm going to just start yapping and talking crap in the media to change narratives. That's what they're doing at Clutch Sports.
Kyrie got little to no credit for the sacrifice he just made for the Dallas Mavericks.
Of course.
Kyrie opted out of the $45 million he could have opted in for, $45 million, then he signed a new longer-term deal that pays him only $36.7 million in the first year, which is this coming year. Then it goes to $39.7 in year 2, and finally to $42.7 in year 3. All 3 years less than what Kyrie could have made this coming season by opting in.
Yeah, I don't expect the media to cover Kyrie Irving like that, even though he's starting to get back into good graces in the media, going to Dallas. You know, he made a lot of enemies on his media tour back in the day, comments that he made when he was in Brooklyn, just the way that he is in general. He's a thinker, and he's going to say what he wants to say. So the media, they're not going to cover that. They're just going to be talking about LeBron James and changing the ring culture narrative. But shout out to Kyrie, you know, at the end of the day, still making a lot of money. But, you know, you take a couple million off the table, you're able to retain the rights of players and able to sign players. So, again, shout out to Kyrie, man. He deserves his flowers. But, of course, the media, they don't like Kyrie, and they'll never do that.
As LeBron did. But, of course, as we know, Kyrie's coming off an ACL surgery. Kyrie will miss, I don't know, the first half or so of next season. So Kyrie gave Dallas a hometown discount.
Hell of a discount.
So the Mavs can presumably sign Chris Paul to fill in for Kyrie, at least for a while. Kyrie says he believes with all his heart the Dallas Mavericks with Cooper Flagg and Anthony Davis and Klay Thompson and on and on and on can win a championship.
They should.
And
I can see that.
Kyrie, put his money where his mouth is. He didn't just talk a good game. He walked it, or maybe I should say he walked it back. He took $8 million less to show how badly he really and truly wants to win and win now.
Yeah, that Dallas Mavericks team is looking good. You got Gafford, you paid him. You got AD, you got Clay. They got D'Angelo Russell, and they got a healthy Kyrie coming real soon. Got the rookie Cooper Flagg, so there's no reason why they shouldn't be able to win a championship within the next 2 to 3 years. Cooper Flagg, he's only going to get better. Give him a season or two to kind of, you know, get his bearings together, you know what I mean? And he's going to be able to play at a high level, and then you got to give Kyrie at least until next season to start to get his feet underneath him. So I like this Dallas Mavericks team as long as AD is healthy, as long as Kyrie can come back and, you know, gain at least 85% of what he was. These injuries are key, so you don't want to take it for granted like, okay, snap your fingers and Kyrie's going to be back in February or March. It takes time with these types of injuries, and I'm rooting for Kyrie and this Dallas Mavericks team. They can go on an Indiana Pacers run and make it to the finals, and who knows, they may be able to win it all.
Of course, Kyrie won LeBron a third ring with that late 3 in Game 7 at Oracle in 2016.
Saved his legacy.
And now Kyrie is going old school salary cap clutch, the way Tim Duncan and Tom Brady used to go old school salary cap clutch. Now, as you know, I ranked Tim Duncan 5th on my all-time list, my all-time top 10. That's ahead of LeBron's 9th out of the 10.
Shout out to Skill.
Tim Duncan would have 6 rings to LeBron's 3, if not for the greatest clutch shot I ever witnessed by Ray Allen, as you know, Game 6, 2013 in Miami.
I've seen that live.
Yeah.
Good game.
In Tim Duncan's final 4 seasons as a San Antonio Spur, he opted to take only $10 million, $10 million, $10 million, and finally $6 million. You want to talk about hometown discounts. Tim Duncan was making only $10 million when he should have beaten LeBron and company in the Heat in 2013, and when he and the Spurs did beat LeBron and company in the Heat in 5 games by a record finals margin in
Yeah, that just shows that LeBron James, he just wants to get his money. And again, I'm not, holding it against him for trying to get as much money as possible. I know he wants to buy an NBA team, rumors of a Las Vegas team in the near future. So he wants to be able to put up enough money to get a huge amount of shares in that team. But with Tim Duncan taking, $10 million here and there, and then at the end of his contract, $6 million, and him being a top 10 player, that just lets you know, like, LeBron, hey, I'm going to talk my junk in the media. I'm going to complain and whine whine and cry and yap and be like, forget ring culture. It shouldn't matter. But at the same time, Rich Paul, the statements that he made is LeBron James, he still wants to win a championship. So it doesn't make sense. It's just a lot of BS going on with Clutch Sports. Rich Paul, he's like the puppet. He's going to do what LeBron James says because LeBron James, he doesn't want to even put these statements out there. So I'm eager to see when Media Day happens in September, October, they're going to be asking LeBron James these questions like, why did you opt in? What do you think of this Lakers team? The moves that they're making, they still need a center. I'm sure by September, October, they'll have a center in place. But if LeBron James took less money over maybe 2 years, maybe they get a better player. So LeBron James destroyed the Lakers season.
2014, because the Spurs could afford such quality depth. But of course, after that debacle for LeBron, that epic fail, LeBron publicly complained that the Heat just didn't have the depth the Spurs did. Well, wonder why, LeBron? So do you out there, do you realize how notoriously, outrageously Tom Brady was underpaid in the New England seasons in which the Patriots won their 6 Super Bowls with Tom Brady? Actually, Tom was brilliantly, selflessly underpaid because Tom Brady just wanted to win.
And it showed with Tom Brady. What do you want? 7 championships? My numbers may be off, maybe 6 or 7. Won a lot of championships. Should have been paid more. And then he tried to get the money at the end of his career when, his game was declining, but he still was able to win championships. With LeBron, it's a hit or miss for him. You don't know if he's going to get bounced out in the first round or if he can make it to a Western Conference Finals. So if LeBron James is going to take all the money as possible, he's going to have to up his play in the playoffs. He can't go cold. He can't be scared. He can't be timid when the Lakers need you the most. If you're going to be one of the highest paid players on the team, they're going to need you to be a top 3 player in the NBA, even at 40 and 41. So whatever LeBron James is doing, hopefully it works out for the Lakers. But by him taking all that money at age 40, about to be 41, he did hurt the Lakers potentially winning a championship this season by not being able to acquire the necessary parts on his team.
Are you listening, all you billions of blind witnesses out there, you see no evil LeBron apologists? Are you listening to what I am preaching?
Go off, Skip.
Yet, after LeBron opted in for $52.6 million for next season, his agent Rich Paul had the audacity to suggest that LeBron is not happy with the Lakers' efforts to surround him with championship help.
Doesn't make sense.
Even though the Lakers obviously did trade for the man many believe is the best offensive player in the game today, and even though LeBron got to play for at least the second half last season with the greatest 3-man backcourt ever, I dare you to tell me differently. With Luka, with Austin Reeves, and with LeBron, greatest 3-man backcourt ever, NBA history. LeBron got to play with and enjoy and benefit from.
Now, I don't know about that being the 3 best players in the backcourt ever, but they're a good team. They're a good trio. But at the end of the day, the statements by Rich Paul didn't make sense. I said it earlier. I believe it's just yapping, changing the narrative. Don't know what they're really trying to say. They're all over the place. I don't know if they're not listening to their publicists and they're just making these statements with ChatGPT or AI. But it's obvious that Rich Paul, he's just a puppet, a tool for LeBron James. He runs Clutch Sports and he's using Rich Paul as a shield. You go ahead and put these statements out like as if you said it, but I'm too scared to say it now. Maybe I have some time to rethink these things when Media Day happens in the next few months. So LeBron James, bro, you're crashing out right now. You took the money, which again, I'm not mad at you for it, but stop complaining if you don't have the right players on the team because you took a huge chunk of that payroll. So by the team giving up 41-year-old $52 million, when you need a center, when you need some more wing players that can make threes, LeBron James is going to be the reason why the Lakers don't win the championship this season. This is going to take a huge hit on LeBron James' legacy.